Welcome to the NTN Nightly. I'm Nisha Charles. This edition's top stories. CARICOM makes headway in mobilizing financing for climate change. More attention being given for implementation of the CARICOM single market and economy. The second annual Scoliosis clinic to be held on island. All that plus the latest in youth development, sports, and the NTN Nouvelle are Kweyol. A historic meeting by the Caribbean community CARICOM has paved the way for securing funding for climate change. Heads of government received the presentation at the 40th regular meeting of the conference on the SIDS Resilience Foundation and Project Lodge, which is designed to mobilize financing to build resilience. The heads also welcomed the involvement of His Royal Highness the Duke of York in promoting this initiative, which will be brought to the attention of the upcoming UN high-level meetings. NTN Nouvelle reports.
Prime Minister of Barbados, Honorable Mia Mottley, described the meeting as historic. She noted that the recognition by the Secretary-General of the United Nations that the issue of vulnerability is a valid criterion to be considered with respect to obtaining financial assistance by small island developing states was a great achievement.
It has been almost 20 years that we've been waging this battle, and to have the formal recognition at the opening ceremony of this Heads of Government meeting was indeed a momentous occasion for us. And it is upon this that we have now to build and to ensure that the exclusion of access by many of our countries from official development assistance or concessional funding ought to be reconsidered, given the fact that regardless of how well we may appear to be doing, within 48 to 72 hours, our entire existence can change in this region during the month of September.
The blue economy was another major talking point at the meetings. Small island states relative to their landmass have vast ocean resources at their disposal, presenting a huge opportunity for boosting their economic growth and tackling unemployment, food security, and poverty. Honorable Mottley explained that CARICOM states have to work together to combat the various issues, including that of the sargassum seaweed.
We can work in a collaborative way to see where the science is taking us, what is really causing it, to see how we can deal with the engineering that's necessary, because the real issue comes from the rate at which the sargassum is coming onshore. And if we could treat it as a marine resource, just as you treat fish or minerals, it would be no problem. But the difficulty comes once it comes onshore, the rate at which it comes onshore, and the toxicity and the noxious odors that flow from it. And I think you only have to look and see what's happening as far afield as Mexico and in Florida to understand that this is not an Eastern or Southern Caribbean issue. This is an entire issue affecting the region.
The CARICOM heads of government declared that there is a need for renewed and robust commitment to vulnerable countries by taking proactive action to support the people, economy, and environment in small island and low-lying coastal developing states. For the Government Information Service, I am NTN Nouvelle.
CARICOM member states have been urged to undertake the necessary actions at the national level to complete measures to fully implement the CARICOM single market and economy, CSME. This after it was revealed that a lack of urgency had been exhibited by some member states in enacting the necessary legislation to allow for implementation. This coming out of the just concluded 40th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community CARICOM. Chairman of the conference, Prime Minister Alan Chasney, says member states acknowledge the importance of timely reporting on implementation actions, but challenges still remain.
There is no doubt that as well we must enhance our efforts at public education and outreach. We had a good engagement with representatives of the private sector, labor, and civil society. The private sector has made progress towards establishing the CARICOM private sector organization to enact formally with the heads of government and to be designated as the Associate Institute of the community. This is expected to be finalized by the end of this year.
According to the Prime Minister of Barbados, Honorable Mia Mottley, it is hoped that by the next CARICOM intersessional meeting in Barbados, a number of key aspects of the financial structure of CARICOM can be put in place.
a common financial services agreement, the work towards regional harmonization with the stock exchange, the credit rating bureau, the whole question of a common investment policy. Similarly, there are some definitional issues that we're trying to sort out with respect to fisheries workers. So we've separated fisheries workers from agricultural workers. This is the nitty-gritty of execution to provide the level of certainty that will give our citizens the comfort that we want them to have.
And that was Barbados' Prime Minister, Mia Mottley. Impact Justice and the Attorney General's Chambers teamed up to host a workshop on sound policy for better law. Participants included permanent secretaries and senior public officers who are directly responsible for policy development. The Impact Justice project is designed to address deficiencies in the justice sector in CARICOM outside of those that are directly related to the judiciary and the courts. The project is implemented from within the Caribbean Law Institute Center, Faculty of Law, UWI Cave Hill Campus, Barbados.
The Bay Gardens Hotel was the venue for a high-level workshop which brought together permanent secretaries, heads of departments and senior public officers for a 3-day workshop organized by Impact Justice in conjunction with the Attorney General's Chambers on sound policy for better laws. The aim of the workshop was to sensitize the officers normally responsible for policy development to better understand the legislative process and drafting instructions in preparation for their policy papers. Gillian Vidal-Jules, Director of Legislative Drafting, AG's Chambers, outlined the objectives of the workshop.
I hope that the discussions over the next 3 days will help you to think not only on what you are doing, but also how you are doing it, so that in the end, you deliver a written policy that is based on goals, is appropriately planned, is clear, precise, and explicit, is based on facts, not speculation or perception, and careful consideration of the resources and the environment, is flexible, is consistent with other policies, and conforms to the standards of ethical behavior.
The drafting instructions workshop focused on specific subject areas, including the key legislative stakeholders and their roles, the role of the policymaker and policy formulation, the relationship between the policymaker and the legislative drafter, drafting codes of practice, procedural rules and guidelines. Focus was also placed on gender analysis and environmentally friendly policy guidelines and checklists, among other topics.
Let me close by saying that I hope this workshop will convey an innovative approach to your work. I am certain that you will use the workshop to share and exchange your experiences and openly question your methods of work and the standards you use to measure accomplishments. You, as policy makers, should introduce tools to monitor and evaluate yourselves by applying the exercises in the group sessions undertaken at the end of the workshop.
Professor Velma Newton, Regional Project Director for Impact Justice, commented on the successful turnout of participants. Impact Justice, which stands for Improved Access to Justice in the Caribbean, is a 5-year multi-country regional justice sector reform project funded by the Government of Canada. The project aims to enhance access to justice for the benefit of women, men, youth and businesses in CARICOM member states.
This is an impressive array of senior and middle-level government officers of St. Lucia, and I believe this is the most comprehensive group that we've had to attend a workshop such as this.
Facilitators for the workshop included Ian McIntyre, Chief Parliamentary Counsel from Trinidad and Tobago, Nadine Wilkins, Deputy Director of Legal Reform Unit in Jamaica, and Dr. Elaine Boxell, former Director of Legal Reform Unit in Jamaica. The workshop was funded by the Government of Canada. For the National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, Glenn Simon reporting.
And this is the NTN Nightly. Ryan O'Brien is up next.
I'm innovative.
I'm competitive.
I am productive.
I'm creative.
I constantly improve what I do.
And how I do it.
I provide excellent customer service.
I never stop learning.
I give up my best, always.
The National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, embracing excellence.
Welcome back. We join Ryan O'Brien for the latest happenings in youth development and sports.
Thanks, Lucia. Welcome everyone once again to your update from the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports on the NTN Nightly News. I'm Ryan O'Brien. Director of Sports Patrick Matre is of the view that recognition of sporting talent among students and schools is very important for the future development of sporting personalities in St. Lucia. Mr. Matre made the observation while delivering the welcome address at the recent School Sports Awards held here.
So as a ministry, we ensure that we recognize you, that we put you in the forefront in terms of the development of what you do as an individual, because we recognize when you achieve, it's not just about yourself, it's also about the school, and it's also about the development of the country.
The Director of Sports emphasized that the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports is supportive of the school sports program and told his audience that they should never hesitate to call upon the ministry for any assistance that they might need. Minister responsible for Youth Development and Sports, the Honorable Edmund Estefan, has applauded all partners who were engaged in making the last year of school sports a success. Minister Estefan took time out to thank all supporting groups while delivering the feature address at the annual School Sports Award ceremony held at the St. Mary's College Auditorium.
The administrators, without you, sports will go nowhere. The coaches, you bring out the best in our athletes, and we want to encourage you to continue doing your work. The officials, like the referees and at the track and field meets, you bring order and decorum to our games, and we want to encourage you to continue putting out your best. To our sponsors, what would we do without you? We thank you immensely, and we hope that you will continue providing the support that is needed for the development of sports in St. Lucia.
Minister Estefan stressed that these levels of contribution need to be continued if growth in sports is to be realized within the school population. And that's your update from Youth Development and Sports for today. I'm Ryan O'Brien.
Thanks, Ryan. The World Pediatric Project, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, will be conducting its second annual free scoliosis clinic on island. The clinic will cater to all children aged 0 to 21 years. Lovelyn Butcher is the representative for the World Pediatric Project in St. Lucia.
Scoliosis is a spinal condition where the spine would either curve, it could curve from left to right, either in the shape of a C or an S. And we're appealing to parents. If you know your child is suffering with this condition, our specialist will be on island for only 2 days. So you can take advantage and attend any one of our free clinics, either in the north or in the south of the island.
The clinic will be held at the Victoria Hospital on Tuesday, July 9th from 11 a.m. and at the St. Jude Hospital on Wednesday, July 10th from 8 a.m. Parents and guardians are asked to walk with their children's recent x-rays when attending the clinic.
If you know that your child has this condition, we're giving you the opportunity right now to take advantage. The specialist would be on island, and it is an opportunity where you can provide your child with the treatment that they need, which is not readily available on the island. So if your child has any back pain, if you notice that they have been complaining of spinal issues, this is the opportunity for you to see the specialist and get your child diagnosed, and also get the opportunity to get proper treatment for this condition.
For further information, please call 285-8155 or 453-0714. St. Lucia's Carnival celebrations continued this past weekend with a number of activities, including the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch on Saturday, as well as Dennery Carnival. The sad playing field came alive on Sunday as the children came out in their splendor to depict what Carnival means to them. Grizzly Junior Carnival Band emerged winners with their depiction of something fishy.
People don't know ya, but they won't judge you.
Every year we try to stay traditional, so we stay with history of St. Lucia and try to inculcate that in whatever we portray in that year, and I guess that's what we did this year again. I think we did really, really well. Every year it gets better. I mean, there's always room for improvement, but you grow and grow and grow, and that's how you make it to the top.
I'm telling you, please don't judge me. God don't put you to watch me. He don't like ugly, so tell them keep their eyes off me.
Well, we realized that Junior Carnival was kind of on the down low, and we wanted to revamp Junior Carnival and be part of the rebranding of Junior Carnival and put more emphasis. We felt that there was not enough emphasis on Junior Carnival. I'm going to be a part of it. I wanted to give the kids a chance to feel the culture and to be part of Carnival in St. Lucia, where they can start at a young age and know what it's like to be part of and be part of the culture as it relates to Carnival, the music, the people, the sounds, the costumes. Get them into that, and obviously most probably they would grow up loving it and want to be more part of it. First year you always have hiccups, but I feel very proud that we did it. So lots of sleepless nights and hard work, and I'm proud of my team, and I think we did great.
Far from the facts, why you talking and talking and talking about me? I'll be pressing on, doing my thing.
But I started off as a designer of the Babono Community Carnival, and then the following year I branched out into my own carnival band, and this year is our third year.
What are you hoping that the kids will get out of being part of Junior Carnival?
Well, I hope that they keep St. Lucia Carnival alive and continue the revelry and everything of Carnival.
And stay with the NTN Nightly. Up next, Primus Hutchinson is here with the NTN Nouvelle en Kweyol.
Imagine being away from home, surrounded by danger and hostility, unable to escape or speak the language, and being exploited. It might sound like fiction, but for 40 million victims of human trafficking worldwide, it is a reality. Innocent people enticed by the promise of a new life, then enslaved into forced labor or sex trafficking. Human trafficking happens in plain sight. Know the signs, see it, report it. To report suspected cases of human trafficking, call the TIP hotline at 847.
Welcome back. We join Primus Hutchinson for the NTN Nouvelle en Kweyol.
Merci autant, Nisha. Monsieur, Madame, département qui est responsabilité pour information en gouvernement cette ici, ça c'est GIS, à CPP Télévision Nationale, puis NTN, qui pour cette nouvelle Kweyol, pour cette Primus Hutchinson. Ces chefs CPI CARICOM, pas play et puis des vitesse et façon d'implémentation CSME. CSME, c'est agrément qui se paye à d'accord à ça, et puis j'ai essayé pour opérer quand on la place avec l'économie pour région. Ces chefs-là parlaient de ça durant la 40e grande conférence en cette semaine passée. Selon ces chefs-là, ils ne sont pas satisfaits, et puis de manière à dans ces chefs carrés comme ça là, qu'à traiter l'initiative là. Ces chefs carrés comme là concernés de façon dans ces chefs-là pour adresser affaires CSME en ligne de législation et pour établir règles d'administration. En opinion, ça a marché trop lentement. Ces chefs CARICOM avouent que la tenue diverses limitations des capacités qui étaient méritées pour renforcer l'opération Salah en degré national. Pour adresser cette complication, par exemple, pour établir législation et plus encore, pour l'année plus support, pour établir une division à ces ministères gouvernement pour implémenter ça ces chefs-là d'accord pour. Ces chefs-là fait un appel pour eux qui participent à un projet CSME pour placer plus d'importance à cette initiative là. Pour prendre ces actions qui sont nécessaires comme des arguments pour implémenter le plan ça là, particulièrement pour simer information et pour éduquer le public là. Ces chefs CARICOM là aussi d'accord que les travailleurs de sécurité et les travailleurs agricoles supposés trouver facilité pour décembre l'année ici et implémenter bon mois de juillet l'année 2020. Il aussi fait un appel pour l'année plus effort pour faire vitement à sa qualification qui méritait pour ces membres-là mettre affaire en place. Ces chefs aussi noté que n'importe ces modèles-là qui ont adopté, qu'il ne peut prendre en considération capacité, habilité et éducation ces individus en chaque pays régional. Il a aussi noté que la commission là pour développer et suivre initiative implémentation ça là pour embrasser innovation, réformation secteur public, transportation et pour improver façon pour le système financier et économique. En parlant de ça, le secrétaire général pour CARICOM, ambassade Owen Larocque, a déclaré que l'initiative qui s'est ici récemment pour implémenter un projet pour adresser monnaie pour réduire la quantité manger avec les régimes qui peut y importer, car suivre même principe CARICOM concernant la sécurité pour manger en région Caraïbe. L'ambassade Larocque, qui était chaîne conférence de presse et puis les membres médias pays mardi passé en préparation pour la 40e conférence des chefs CARICOM qui commençait à cette ici mercredi passé, déclaré qu'il a coûté plus de 4 millions de dollars américains pour importer et manger en région. Le secrétaire général CARICOM a déclaré que la commune CARICOM a encouragé ces divers membres pour produire un plan d'action plus vite que possible pour réduire à ce portée des dépenses là. L'ambassade Larocque a avoué que le secrétariat là qui travaille et puis ses membres CARICOM en toute façon pour procurer support technique et financier qui ont déjà trouvé par l'organisation agricole comme FAO, ICA et CADI. L'ambassade Larocque aussi a annoncé qu'il a une discussion et puis secteur privé à tous ses membres CPI CARICOM pour trouver information à sa qualité assistance yonibrisée pour ça supporter pour pousser vitesse de production de ces divers produits et particulièrement produits divers articles des agricoles. Le gouvernement Sri Lanka a établi une relation diplomatique et puis cette ici, ça a venu en réalité depuis le 25 juin. Argument pour établir une relation diplomatique ça là, entre cette ici et puis Sri Lanka, est signé par l'ambassade Amrit Rohan Pereira, qui aussi c'est représentatif permanent pour les Nations Unies, et Cosmos Richardson, qui est ambassade et représentatif permanent pour cette ici en Nations Unies. Établissement de relations diplomatiques ça là, entre deux pays qui ont renforcé les relations qui ont existé à cette ici. Entre cette ici et puis Sri Lanka, et coopération en affaires politiques, affaires socio-économiques et en affaires culturelles pour bénéfice de tous les deux pays. Merci mesdames, c'est comme ça, c'est comme ça, nous avons votre nouvelle là. Je remercie autant pour garder. Je vais vous une invitation pour que vous considérez conserver la vie dans la présentation de l'autre nouvelle à Kweyol. Après ça, je vais présenter Lucia.
Merci Opil Primus. And here's a look at what's happening to us weather-wise.
Partly cloudy and breezy, occasionally becoming cloudy, with some scattered showers and a chance of thunderstorms, mainly around the southern islands. A tropical wave located just east of the Lesser Antilles is moving westward at about 17 miles per hour or 28 kilometers per hour. This wave is expected to cause some cloudy periods with showers and possible thunderstorms over the islands later today into early tomorrow. A large plume of Saharan dust trailing this tropical wave is expected to cause a reduction in visibility around the eastern Caribbean during the next 24 hours. Two other tropical waves located over the eastern Caribbean and far eastern tropical Atlantic are both moving westward at about 17 miles per hour or 28 kilometers per hour. Tropical cyclone formation is not expected over the tropical Atlantic during the next 2 days. The tide for Castries Harbour was low at 2:19 p.m. and will be high again at 9:04 p.m. The tide for Vieux-Fort Bay was low at 3:46 p.m. and will be high again at 10:11 p.m. The sea is moderate to locally rough with waves 5 to 8 feet or 1.5 to 2.4 meters. Small craft operators and sea bathers are advised to exercise caution due to above normal seas and reduced visibility. The sun will rise Tuesday at 5:41 a.m.
And that brings us to the end of the NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the St. Lucia Government Facebook page or YouTube channel. I'm Misha Charles.